Hello, my name is Brian Rose, and I'm here to present a presentation for a pediatric emergency room. The pediatric emergency room will be under the corporation of HCA. HCA is the largest healthcare corporation in the United States with over 31.2 million visits annually. The Houston Pearland Division is the newest location, and it's been open for about 5 years, and it joins the other 16 hospitals in the Houston area. Now with Pearland, we have a presence in every major market within the HCA Gulf Coast Division in the Houston area. The Pearland location is a certified stroke center, a chest pain center, and is currently pursuing a trauma designation. Patient care delivery. So caring for pediatric patients in an emergency room is possible by using a combination of two patient care delivery models. A total patient care model is present, and it's one of the oldest models and is one of which the nurse oversees all aspects of patient care. There will be a nurse tasked with the care of the patient as well as developing a treatment plan. Team nursing is also involved in every emergency room, including the pediatric model. It will be needed to provide safe care for the emergency room patient. And in this model, there's a senior nurse that will be delegating tasks to other team members to provide direct patient care. The care of the critical patient will be accomplished with this team approach, ensuring the best patient outcome. Strategic plan. The environment that the proposed emergency room will be going to will be geographically located in the Pearland area, which is about 17 miles south of the Houston, Texas. It's in a rapidly growing suburb of one of the fastest growing economies in the United States. The median age is 34.4. The median household income is $102,891. And only 7.2% of the population is listed to not have health insurance. Pearland's patients currently have to travel over 10 miles to the heart of the Houston Medical Center to receive dedicated pediatric services. So the strategic plan would be a 3-year plan for developing a pediatric emergency room that would allow HCA to treat more children with better efficiency, leading to better patient outcomes without having the parent or the family needing to leave its community. This dedicated pediatric emergency room will allow access to board-certified pediatricians 24 hours a day for rapid identification of life-threatening emergencies. The first year would be based on needing to secure a lease, the equipment, and completing the build-out of the lease space. Securing capital through the HCA network would allow for the building and the purchasing of a CT scanner, and the proposed renovation budget would be $250,000 plus an additional $1 million for the acquisition of the CT scanner. Forecast census during the first year would be an average of 15 patients a day with a projected payer mix of 44% private insurance, 41% Medicaid, and 15% unfunded. These projections are based on the current payer mix for the HCA facility that is currently located within the area that provides emergency services but not dedicated pediatric services. Year 2 would be focused on building the business and growing and improving revenue. The goal would be to continue to build and expand on its market share. An aggressive increase of 20% increase in patient volume daily would be expected, bringing the average daily census to 18. Year 3, the focus shifts slightly, and what we're going to do is develop a partnership in the community of pediatricians. This partnership will involve these relationships with local pediatricians and encourage them to send patients to a dedicated pediatric emergency room if an emergency arises. The pediatric emergency room will also have a plan to perform outpatient pediatric services such as CT scans as needed, and this will allow the revenue to grow and remain focused on the pediatric population. There are some potential strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that are involved in this plan. The strengths would be that the HCA is the largest healthcare network in the United States with greater than 185 hospitals. This allows access to a great many resources that smaller organizations do not have. This can also be a weakness, though. A large corporation has several layers needed to approve a project, and this can delay the overall project. There is opportunities because of the large growth of the Pearland area. The Pearland area will have an increase in pediatric population. And then the threats would be the competition to the same market share, one of the greatest threats to this plan. Houston has several large hospital systems and a well-dedicated children's hospital located in the medical center that is highly regarded. The marketing plan will be focused to ensure that the community is aware of the new service line, and a dedicated pediatric emergency room allows the families to stay in the Pearland area to seek treatment and eliminate the need to travel to the heart of the medical center in downtown Houston. One of the keys to success would be the marketing activities and needing to get the word out into the community that a new service line will be available in the area. This will be accomplished using a variety of marketing strategies from in-person meetings to social media. The first step would be to market to existing schools, preschools, daycare facilities, and youth sporting complexes. An information booth would be established at some of the larger local school events, such as football games, to continue to enforce the importance of a dedicated pediatric emergency room. Another opportunity in the marketing plan would be social media. Approximately 1 month before the facility opens, we would also purchase airtime from the local networks to broadcast commercials regarding the new pediatric service line in the pediatric emergency room. And then finally, the week before the opening, many community events will be scheduled. These will include meeting with local Pearland Chamber of Commerce at the new facility to give the new local business leaders a chance to see firsthand the capabilities of the pediatric emergency room. Local elected officials will also be invited to this pre-opening event. The targeting markets that we would be looking at would be the Pearland market, Houston market, Manville, Friendswood, and Galveston. And the main audience that we would be targeting would be the younger market. This younger demographic is the one that's most likely to have younger children and that would benefit best from having a 24-hour emergency center in their community. The plan will be continuously effectively monitored by the marketing team within the HCA network and the HCA leadership. And one of the largest opportunities to monitor and adjust the marketing strategy will be based on those social platforms. Potential disruptions would be competition. So competition for the same market share would be one of the greatest threats to this plan. Also, another problem could possibly be the securing and ensuring that the board-certified pediatric emergency rooms would continuously be able to provide services. There are a limited number of these physicians available, so it will be imperative to secure their services. The product line will be the pediatric emergency room, and it will fall under the existing HCA Pearland emergency room. There will be one director to oversee both departments, and there will be one department manager that will handle the daily operations at each facility. The pediatric emergency room will provide care for the truly diverse pediatric population with acute and complex medical issues. We will also be able to provide a dedicated pediatric transport team that is based only a half-mile away from the new facility and can provide air and ground services based on the need of the patient. Volume projections for year one will be based on an average of 15 visits per day with a payer mix of 44% of private insurance, 41% Medicaid, and 15% unfunded. The average emergency room bill was $1,389 according to Healthcare Institute. And the revenue assumes a 60% reimbursement rate for private insurance, a 44% reimbursement rate for Medicaid, and a 1% recovery for self-pay. The projections on the screen show that the average revenue generated each month. Year two with the increase of 20% would be an average of 20 visits per day showing the same payer mix and the same reimbursement rate. Finally, the year 3 volume would be increased to an average visit of 21 visits per day, assuming the same payer mix and the same reimbursement rate. The conclusion is that the addition of such a facility would allow an opportunity for HCA to offer a dedicated pediatric centered emergency room. And the addition to this community would allow 24 hours a day access to a pediatrician for everyday illnesses as well as life-threatening emergencies. This facility would be able to serve the growing community of Pearland for many years to come. Thank you.